Yo, 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 what is going on, COD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder. And today, we are back again for another one. I wanted to touch on a question that I have been getting pretty, I guess, frequently, more than often, for sure, which is that is there jumping in Call of Dragons? We're going to talk about kind of it is somewhat of a yes and no. It's just more of in the approach for how for what you may be thinking it is, and then how can you really kind of get that same similar benefit. And that's really what we're going to discuss and talk about today. So as always, before we get started, if you enjoy the content, make sure you sub, like, ring the notification bell, and if you want to join and be a part of our conversation, hit up the Discord. You can find a link to that in the pinned comment description right down below. So let me start first with, is there technically jumping in COD? There is not, right? So there's no jumping. You don't have the ability to create an account, farm some resources, and then go to another kingdom, and either that's your home kingdom or you farm those resources in a second kingdom and then you jump again to a new kingdom, which will then be your final. There's nothing like that in Call of Dragons. Essentially, if you want to start playing and get any type of advantage, you essentially just kind of have to start as soon as possible, like as soon as the new kingdom slash server opens. And now we kind of transition into, right, how do you really get the most value out of a new account, right? Kind of quote unquote the jumping mentality, which is essentially getting ahead, right? Because the idea of jumping is that in certain games, right, you could jump, you farm resources, and then you eventually make it to your home kingdom the next time or the time after, right? With the anticipation that because you farm resources ahead of time, you're going to start with a loaded account more than someone who's just starting a brand new account in said kingdom. In this game, it's more of the value is more in starting with a group of players, right? Because if you're trying to think about how to get ahead, then if you compare starting solo as yourself, as an individual, you then have to go and find an active group, right? So you don't know. There's no guarantee that you're going to find an active group the moment you start playing. There's also no guarantee that that group is going to even be active, right? There's also no guarantee that you will be able to find or join a higher level, more higher powered group, right? There's also no guarantee you're going to be able to join the kingdom or create the account, right, as early as possible, right? You might have to wait and create the account 10, 12, 16 hours later, however long, right? And that can factor into it. However, the one thing that you kind of can semi-control if you find one is you can find a group to join. So that way you have 40, 50 players ready to go, right? And that's just an example of if you just join, a group of one, kind of one alliance's worth of starting players. You can join a group that has multiple alliances that's looking to go, right? And then, now you have the ability to, do things such as have maybe a higher amount of players that are active beyond that 40 player start and, maybe 50 once you expand a little bit, right? And increase your member capacity. Maybe you're in a group of 100 people, and maybe their plan is, okay, hey, we'll start off in 2 or 3 alliances, and then we'll just all combine into one, and we'll just have a lot of super activity, right? That's one example. But the idea behind it is that if you really want to take advantage, again, excuse me, it's allergy season, geez, got some tea right here next to me, is that you want to be able to level and progress your account as fast as possible. That's really the other premise behind why you're doing a jumping account is you're starting far ahead, and then you're hoping that when you go in with the account, you're going to be able to be a part of somewhat of an organized group or a project, a team, an alliance, and therefore being able to level up faster than someone else because you're immediately getting helps. You're getting max donation contributions to your alliance tech, so that's factoring into your progression. And then your alliance is expanding as fast as they can, so you're getting resource income from that as well. I mean, it's just a few things, right? So the idea there is, in short, even though there is not jumping in COD, you do have the ability to join a group / project and be able to have an organized effort from day one. And that is really what will help you progress your account as much as possible, right? Now, at the moment, just given how young and how early COD is, right, my recommendation is just to essentially just join the official COD Discord. There's a recruitment channel there. That's probably the best place to really start out from. And then you can kind of find groups or players from there. Again, there's a link to that, which will be in the description for the video. And yeah, at least until they introduce something new or add something in that might factor in to new accounts, where you might do something more than essentially what will be and is the traditional way of doing it in COD, which in short is just creating a brand new account in a new kingdom. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. So if anything, I hope that in this shortish video that it helps explain how, as a new player, you can really take advantage and do the best job that you can if your aim is on, progressing efficiently and effectively, right, as early as possible, and then hopefully for as long as possible. So yeah, as always, right, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Happy to kind of keep this one nice, short, sweet, and simple. And yeah, that's it for me. So until next time, as always, will catch you later.